Okay, so I got the T1 up here, and let me adjust the camera a little bit, sorry. Now, like I got this from Matthew. He shipped it out to me, and I picked it up yesterday. And like I said, I'll cut it up so you guys can see, what makes up all the parts of it. And this was the silver dust cap, like the aluminum, silver aluminum, not the black one. Like I remember him telling me back last year that it was stolen. Just his stereo system got stolen, and then he recovered it, but they had painted like the dust cap black and so forth. And that's okay because it was it was pretty dinged up anyways. And I went ahead and just pulled it off already, just to let you know, like it was the silver and not the black. And this is the original version of, or old T1 15s, which I prefer over the T1s, that are out that you can buy today. The newer ones have like a 15 or 20 millimeters slug, and there's two of them. This one has a little bit thicker slugs, and like I think the motor's a little wider in it. Yeah, and I think it's just overall more powerful driver. And the sound quality was great on these things. So anyways, what you're going to do, if you're not going to be reusing any of your parts and you're just going to cut it up, then you don't have to be like gentle with it. Like I first started pulling up the surround. It was easy in some spots, but then man, it was like really a pain in the ass to try to get it out. And since I'm not reusing any of this, just what you'll do is just get you like a breakaway blade or any razor or a knife, and you just get up under the surround. And once you do, you'll just cut it. Until you've cut it all the way around. Sorry about shaking the table. But anyways, you've cut it all the way around and you get all your surround up. And the next thing you want to do, if you're not going to be reusing shit, you can just fold this over and start cutting a spider out. But what I'm going to do is just cut it, kind of around the coil and just take the whole cone off. You just want something sharp. And, like I said, you don't have to be, like, super careful about any of it when you start cutting it apart if you're just not going to be recycling any of the other parts. So, let's see here. There we go. So what you're going to do, you're just going to cut the cone off of it. So what I'm going to try to do is, I'm going to cut the spider out of it. There was very minimal glue. Let's see if I can show you on any of the cone that's left, if any. Anyways, as you can see, there was very minimal glue around, the triple joint per se. If you can still see in there, like there's the glue bead. It's just not much to it. And the spider that has the leads is below this one. It's space spiders, like I showed you in the previous video. So at this point, what I'm gonna do is probably just go ahead and cut the spiders out of it. I'm going to try to keep the coil. I haven't seen it yet. If it's not, sorry about the camera there shaking. If it's not beat up, like I just like to keep it. And not because I'm going to reuse it, but just keep it on hand, as a reference to what particular, winding width, and so forth. Just keep it like kind of for the archives. So again, all you have to do is just kind of go in. And you ain't gonna be perfect or anything like that. You're just gonna cut the spiders out of it. And like I said, this has got two spiders in it, so you may not cut through all of it the first, both layers at the first time that you try. And that's okay. Because you want to get down to, like I said, there's the spider with leads underneath it. And again, I'm sorry for shaking the bench. So, once you've gotten through the first layer of spider there, you can pull it back because these are very soft. And then, you know, you can see underneath there. So, you know, if you're using like these breakaway blades or whatever, you know, just extend it out a little further. And then just get underneath it and, you know, just do like you did on your top spider. And again, like, I'm sorry for shaking everything, but you know, once you get through it, then, you know, you can pull out the coil. And as you can see, I'll show you when I pull this one out. So as you can see, it's like I said, the motor bolts in from the bottom. You know, it's a very wide topography motor, and I'll get all the rest of that stuff out in a bit. But if you can see in here, you know, like I said, it's very minimal glue on them. You know, they use it. You know, this thing's been heated up a time or two. You know, I did a pair of 12s, you know, years ago, and that's what failed on them. With you know, the coils had failed. But yeah, I mean, you can see, you know, it's got a nice thick former on it. But you know, it's copper, and like, you can see the discoloration. Like, you know, over the years, it's probably had, you know, pretty good bit of power thrown to it. I don't know if he bought it new or secondhand, but that's pretty much it. Like I said, you know, it's got the spider spacer, and like I said, these are like really, really soft spiders and small leads. But at this point, I'm going to clean it up, and then I will take the motors out of them and scuff up the baskets, you know, and prime them and paint them like I said I was going to. Kind of a throwback to the old P3s. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.